So now we're going to go over the chi emission techniques and the mudras that we use for each one of the techniques. The first one will be spreading claws, and it's just basically going to be make kind of like a fist, but like an extended knuckle punch. And where we normally do tiger paws, looks like this. We're going to take the knuckles and push them apart like that, and just make an arcing kind of motion with it. Spreading claws like that, and as opposed to this tiger paws, spreading claws. Makes a little bit bigger field around it, and not so concentrated in one area. Used for the general balancing technique and this kind of thing. The next technique is traditional Denmark Tai Chi. The bird's beak. Okay, the emission point is going to be right here, and usually we use a ground with this technique. Okay, it can be used for a number of different things, including advanced spinal work and this kind of thing. The next technique that we're going to do is the sealing technique, and this is used for closing up cuts. Okay, and all that is just going to be a flat palm, small little concave to it. But the important thing is that Lao Gong, pericardium 8, is that's the heart of palm, and we're going to use that portion. But we're not going to use the half lotus here because that changes the energy structure. We're going to use just a regular palm, and we're going to be emitting the energy, which we're always emitting the energy from here, but we're going to focus on this point. When you get right over the cut just right, you'll be able to feel that you're right on it, because that point will start to burn. And we'll go over how to do it in a minute, but the mudras, very simple, just like that, no big deal. We do use both hands for sealing though. Alright, the next technique is the bottomless cup. Okay, very simple technique. Right thumb or left thumb, doesn't matter. Alright, but they both come in like this, so they're kind of touching like so, and then we just cup like this. And so, give you a side shot of that, and a back shot of that, like this. Very simple technique. Fingers overlace, thumbs lace. Got the little hole used for concentrated drawing. Very good technique for drawing stuff out, bruises, sicknesses, bronchitis, anything like that. Okay. The next technique is sleeping serpents. Okay, and that's just going to be, the mudra is going to look like this again. It's going to look just like the one for the sealing technique, and it's going to be just like this, and we'll hold it over the patient. It kind of moves forward and backwards like that. Slower, of course. The next technique that we're going to use is banding fingers. All right, banding fingers, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can utilize just fingers spread like this and cover a fairly large area if there's not deep damage, or you can do a tight band by bringing the fingers in, and you can even come in. Don't touch the fingers together, or you'll build up heat in the heart, and that's definitely not good. So if you take and touch, you can get really close, but just don't touch. You'll definitely notice a heat congestion in the upper heater, the heart and the lung specifically. So, tight band, loose band. Okay. The next technique is propping, and what we're going to do propping, you can do that with one or more fingers. It doesn't matter. It's just like banding. The only difference between propping and banding is how we discharge the energy. So the mudra is the same. It's just how we discharge energy by breathing. So I'll go over the breath with you so that you get that portion of it. I'll do my banding, and I will inhale through the nose, of course. But when I inhale, I take a very deep breath. So deep that, as deep as I possibly can. And so I take a deep breath as I possibly can, and I imagine that when I breathe out, that this energy that is in my lower tendon comes up and out of my fingers. And so I'll just back up just a little bit and show you. So I'm here and I'll go, do not strain, okay? I'm not straining. I'm just breathing hard. I'm going to contract my abdominal muscles, but I'm not putting any stress on the lung. I'm not straining, and using my internal organs. Do not do that. That is a total no-no. Never do that. Okay, but I want to see this energy come up. When I breathe in, it's going to get big. When I breathe out, it's going to come out my arms and fingers. And when it does, and of course I contract that muscle, and that's what squeezes that energy out. It's just a more powerful type of banding. And we can use this for a lot of different touch therapies that we do. You're just simply injecting more energy. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you do this for more than 30 seconds to 60 seconds unless you're a little bit more advanced than that. But it can give you problems as far as like, what's the thing where you have to breathe in the bag? Hyperventilate is what I'm trying to say. Hyperventilate. You'll hyperventilate, you'll get really dizzy, and you might even fall out. So I wouldn't recommend doing that exercise or doing that therapy for any more than 30 to 60 seconds. And 60 seconds is fairly advanced. So just keep that in mind, when you're doing the exercises or the therapies. So the last mudra is going to be palming. Okay, palming. You simply just rock a regular palm, but we're going to touch. Okay, and we just shift just a little bit, side to side. Shift just a little bit, side to side. Yeah, and we can use this to stimulate the acupoints, major acupoints, alarm points, this kind of thing. Just put over top and just do just a little light shifting, just like that. You can hold stagnant, don't move, and this will strengthen. And you can kind of create like a little cup and do that over the points. And that's the same technique, but it causes a calming effect. So if you have an excess condition in a channel, cup the hand and just kind of set it over the point. If you want to calm it down. But if you want to strengthen it, place the palms flat on it. If you want to disperse the energy, just kind of give it a little shake. And so that's really, really simple. The next one is not really a mudra so much as it is a technique. And this one is called the hurricane. And it's because it moves in, it's got an eye, and it moves in a counterclockwise movement. And this is used for balancing like all the organs at one time. It does take a bit of time to do it, but it will get the job done. And so it looks like this. We just do a dragon's mouth, or small tiger mouth in martial arts technique. And we're going to take the hand and we're just going to bring it around in a counterclockwise motion. And we're going to cover the whole torso. I'll show you like this because this is what it's going to look like if it's actually done on somebody. It's going to look like this, and we're going to move in a counterclockwise circle really slow, holding this right over top of conceptional vessel 14, which of course is the alarm point for the heart. And we're just going to move it slowly all the way around. And we can do that to help strengthen all the organs in general, the physical organ itself, not just the meridian. So that covers all the advanced mudras up until the sets, because next we have the dragon set, and we also have team stuff as well. That's stuff that you can do with a partner on somebody, because sometimes you may either have an apprentice or you may have just a partner, like somebody you need some help to do some of these techniques. I'll also show you that you can use magnets to substitute for a partner.